Marry me, weirdos! I'm Gory B Movie, and today on Gory Talk, we're going to be talking to my friends Steve and Crypto from the Steve and Crypto Show. It's a podcast where they talk about spooky stuff. It's pretty rad. Before we get started, I do want to thank the So, without further ado, let's bring on my guests.
Hello.
Hey guys!
How are you?
All right, we
Can
got
I
horror
say
addicts in
something?
the chat, and we got For the Love of Horror.
Can I throw something in really fast?
Yes!
About Willie's thing. Willie is such a huge help to the Steven Crypto Show. He's kind of like an honorary member, and definitely, please, if you can help, donate anything. Let's get Willie healthy so we could kick more ass and go to more horror conventions and have fun. He's a
Yeah.
good man.
I donated. He's a very good friend of mine, and he needs this, guys. This is for saving his life. So, if you're able to spare even just a little bit, please do. All right, guys. Well, welcome.
Thank you very much for having us.
How you guys doing?
Good. I just noticed your CryptoCon shirt.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I wore that one last week, but
Yeah.
I'm doing pretty good. I'm good. Just
Ye-
finished a long day at work, but I'm excited and ready to hang out.
Did we lose Crypto?
He's he disappeared for a moment,
It's all
and
good.
he
So,
has his own special guest today.
yes, save the Wicca Bear.
Yes. Yes, definitely. He is one of us for sure.
Google gobble, Google gobble. Yeah, he's my buddy at CryptoCon. We always hang out, us and Tyler, and I always see you guys, so it's part of the family. So, guys, how
That's what
long
I
have
love
you guys
about
been doing the Steve and Crypto Show? Feels like it's been a really long time. It's like 5 years now, right?
over
Yeah.
5 years. Yeah,
I actually just remembered
August.
because you just did the podcast where you said you were celebrating 5 years. So, yeah.
Yep, it was August. End of August was 5 years. That's
Wow.
a long time. I don't think I've ever done anything that long.
Wow. How did you guys
Yeah.
get started? What made you inspired to start a podcast?
Mutual love of horror, but we've been friends for over 20 years, and I say for the last.
Has it been that long?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And I say for the last like for the last 5 to 10 years, been like, we should do a podcast. Maybe we should try that,
Well, the 5 years before the last 5 years.
Yeah. That's what I said, 5 to 10,
Okay.
Anyway, we would bring it up here and there, and then eventually COVID happened, and we were one of many other people that decided to get a podcast going.
Yeah.
It's that's his story, but my story, the 5 year, we had talked about it for a while, but I had always done other things like promoting and covering conventions and interviewing people that are creating stuff through like a blog site thing for wow, probably 30 years, a long time. And I would do interviews with people and it'd be, a phone interview. I'd record a phone interview and I'd have to sit there and like transcribe the whole thing. And then I learned the power of podcasting and not having to record that anymore. So basically, laziness and my friendship with Crypto Zoo led to this.
Very
That's my
cool.
story.
So, were there any podcasts that inspired you when you guys were getting started? You're like, "Oh, dude, like this podcast over here is super cool."
I dabbled a little bit. I know he was more of a podcast listener. Like I would listen to like Kevin Smith and people like that. I used to be really into before all the podcasting and stuff. I used to book and promote stand-up comedy. So I listen to a lot of comedian stuff like Mark Maron, who is actually just ending his podcast,
Oh,
which is
wow.
kind of crazy. He's like a OG podcaster. He's been doing it forever.
Wow.
But people like that, and now it's like it inspired me a little bit, but mostly it was just being lazy and wanting to force myself. And I'm kind of a quiet, reserved person, but I wanted to use the podcast to kind of propel myself and get out there and start talking. And now I can't shut the fuck up.
Yeah, so 5 years
So
later,
it's
look at
good.
you, you've been
Yeah,
extroverted.
a little bit, a little
Yeah,
bit.
I like you mentioned Kevin Smith. He's one dude that's always been telling people like, start a show, just get a microphone, get a laptop, and go out there and do it and be heard. Um, every time I hear that, I'm like, it's just more and more inspiring. Um, so he would be an inspiration to do this. And oh, our friend John Brennan from the Last Drive-In.
Yes, love him and
Yeah.
Yuki.
Yeah,
I listened to
him
their
and
show.
Yuki. Yep, they're fun. Talk is Jericho.
Yep, I
Always
like
love
that.
hearing those.
And Awesome Pod.
I think I've heard that a little bit.
That's Diana
Yeah.
Prince's podcast.
I've listened to a little bit of her show. Have you had John on?
I haven't. I would love to. I'm not. I'm
You
not
gotta
sure if
get
we're
him.
ready for that here.
Oh, you're ready. We weren't
Yeah.
ready and we had him on. Like just you had John likes to talk. You've probably met
Yeah.
John or
Yeah.
spoken with him. He
I'm
likes to
connected
talk.
with
You
him on
just
social
set him
media.
off and yeah. Hit him up. Just say, "Hey John, come
Yeah,
on our
he's doing the
show."
Rhonda Shear show now. Are you guys watching that?
That's I haven't watched it. I haven't watched I haven't watched anything in the last like normally, October, I totally dropped the ball. I usually watch a movie every day in October, like a lot of people do. But there was just so much happening and like my mom was in and out of the hospital and everything. I don't think I watched one whole freaking horror or Halloween movie through October.
I'm
Like
sorry.
that sucked. But everything is good now though, but I
That's
gotta
good.
catch up a lot, but I just haven't I've been out of the loop with everything.
Did you see Joe Bob?
I haven't
The Last
watched the
Drive-In
last
had
couple episodes.
Gwar on, dude, for their 200th
I
episode.
I watched a few minutes of that just to
It
see
was
Guar, but
awesome. Danny was so
Yeah,
that's
happy. It's his favorite band and his favorite show together. I don't think he's ever been happier. He was really excited.
nice, nice.
So when you guys are just getting started, how has your equipment and stuff changed over the year? Like, what did you guys start with? Did you know right away all the stuff you had to get, or were you just cobbling
I
together stuff?
I researched a little bit and tried. I went with. I looked at I looked at reviews and stuff of the equipment, and I looked at what I could afford and kind of found a balance there. And I pretty sure I think I changed my mic once, but
Yeah, I just
I've
started
been
a
using.
podcast. We've only done 3 episodes, and the first one we used blue snowball mics, which are fine, but they had
Yeah.
so much mic bleed, and it was so hard to
Mm-hmm.
edit it. So
Yeah.
we
Yep.
upgraded to the Yetis, and it's helped a lot.
I like the Yeti because you could change the type of mic it is, like the direction.
Yeah.
Because
Do
yeah,
you guys have any
I
advice for editing podcasts for anyone who's just starting a podcast like myself? who's just kind of lost.
I'll freely admit that's all Steve's department.
Yeah.
I have
The
3 kids, and it's hard to find time.
just YouTube is your friend.
Always.
What podcast program are you using for audio editing?
I've been using Adobe Audition.
Okay, well you're fancier than I am. I just use the hell is it? Audacity?
Audacity?
Yes,
I think
or
it's called.
Okay,
Audacity.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's free. It's really fairly simple to use, but I mean, you know how it is. You use the snowball and you get a lot of background sound you want to clean up and clear out. That's a pain in the butt.
And I had
But
to get Video Meter Banana so I could have 2 mics in my computer. It's been hard, dude.
yeah,
Did you guys
it's a
have a
lot.
lot of
It's a lot.
setbacks when you got started?
Um, so not really. We just kind of went for it.
You guys are just
Luckily,
naturals.
I've always done this kind of stuff and networked a lot and met a lot of people and knew a lot of people, so I was able to pull cool guests and stuff right from
Yeah,
the
tell me
get-go.
about that. When you first got started, who were your first guests and how'd that go?
I think our first episodes we just like interviewed each other.
Yeah?
we did
Well, you're
that.
both fascinating
And
men.
what's that?
You're both fascinating men, so that's a worthy interview.
Okay, okay, fair. I like that. I'll take that.
It was a fun time.
What was it? First, a couple artists. There's a buddy. His name's Bradley Beard, and I became a fan of his stuff because I'm obsessed with horror hosts. That's my thing.
Okay, give me your favorites right now, both of you.
And he
Favorite
did
horror
my
hosts.
favorite.
I need segue.
It's Sven all day. I
Svengoolie.
love Joe Bob, but I love Svengoolie.
I gotta say, Joe
That's
Bob.
my guy.
Love Svengoolie. I love the old
Joe Bob is
Zachary. I love Elvira.
yeah.
I love
I wish
Ardeshir.
I could have. I wish I could have enjoyed some of those older
Yeah.
hosts and stuff. But there's a lot of really good current ones doing it now. Lord Bloodrot is awesome. Dr. Gangrene, guys like that are
Dr.
just
Gangrene's awesome. Yes.
killing it for years. Yeah,
I'm gonna say a generic answer, but I grew up with the Crypt Keeper.
The Crypt Keeper's a
that
fantastic answer. I
counts.
love that. That
That
used to be how I
counts.
navigated my Friday nights. It was the Crypt Keeper and Monster Vision, even back when it was Penn and Teller doing it, and they did more of like
Right.
the atomic movies. But I love that.
Yeah.
I love what I loved about Joe Bob so much for me is I watched a lot of horror hosts, and the shtick kind of was that, of course, the MST3K is probably the best example, but the shtick was always they hated watching the movies. And I was always kind of a little guilty, like, but I love this movie. What's
These
wrong
movies
with
are
me?
awesome.
And
Yeah.
then I watched Joe Bob, and he would be like, no, we need more blood, more breasts, more beast. I'm just like, oh no, he actually likes the movies. I feel validated. And then he'd have letters and such too. I'm like, there are more weirdos like me. So it was just
Yeah.
really, for me, really exciting. What about you guys? Like, what gravitated you or made you pick your favorite horror hosts? Like, why did they stand out for you?
Go ahead.
I mean, mine was like just watching Tales from the Crypt at an early age, and like I say at that point, I might not have been researching other horror hosts. I just didn't really. It didn't click in my mind that this was a thing. It was like, okay, I like the format of this show. I like the character of the Crypt Keeper, and I enjoy horror anthology. So
Right.
it's
At,
not real deep for me.
at that point, it was almost like a lost art. At that point, it was like, I mean,
Yeah.
I think what was Mystery Science Theater out at that
Mystery
point?
Science Theater was, because I used to watch that. And Penn and Teller, I mean, like I said, they were doing it before Joe Bob. I mean, Joe Bob, I think,
I,
was on the movie channel, but I didn't have that because I'm not fancy. So,
yeah, me neither.
but
I
I'm
always
fancy
had.
enough to have Adobe Auditions. So,
I
please
do
forgive the
remember
accent.
I do remember trying to watch all those channels late at night with like the little black box with the knob, and you could jiggle it just enough, and you get
Yes.
the screen to straighten out and see like a boobie or something. And when you were a young boy, that was
I don't
awesome.
know if you said booby or movie, but both are
Both,
acceptable
both,
answers. Both.
booby
I
movie.
remember my brothers and I we went and saw Species, and we were like, holy, because I heard that there's gonna be boobs in it. I told my brothers, they're younger than me. I'm like, guys, there's gonna be boobs in this. We're gonna see our first like movie boobs on
Cover
the
your
big
eyes.
screen. We were so happy.
Cover 'em. Don't peek.
My
Yeah.
first dong in a movie was surprise. My mother was watching The Crying Game, and she's like, Haley, look, his willy's out. And I'm just like, well, what? She pauses it, she rewinds it like 20 times. Look, it's a willy. I'm like, oh my God, please
Oh,
save me from this. So it was
my
better when I found them by
mine was
myself.
mine was a little less innocent.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, look at these tapes I found under my uncle's bed, and like, let's see what's on this one. Put it in the VHS player,
You
and
guys see who we got in the
oh,
chat here? We got Wicca Bear.
oh, there he is.
Let's go and check out how his Kickstarter's going. He's 90% there, guys. 90% there. So if you guys are able to, link is in the description down below.
Let's double it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's double it.
I know one of my friends, Marcus from I Shot Him 6 Times, said he donated a day, so that's really cool.
That's
Nice.
awesome.
How long is that campaign running? Is it indefinite? Is it
I
open
don't know.
or?
I know he hasn't. Well, he's in the chat. He could tell us. I don't know how long it's going to be, but Willie, let us know how long it's going to be. So when you guys got started, who were some of your most exciting guests? What was like the first one you were like, holy crap, I can't believe we got this person on the show?
What do you think, Caleb?
Oh man. I mean, it's not one that we got when we first started, but one that I've always favored is Doug Jones.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh
Doug's a
gosh.
good guy.
If you guys are not familiar, I mean, I think the first thing I loved Doug Jones in was he was one of the gentlemen in Buffy. He's the lead one. Him and Camden Toy. Phenomenal. But you guys know him from Hellboy and What We Do in the Shadows. God, he's in everything, isn't he?
Yes, he's amazing.
He's so good. And that's what's wonderful is he I think he originally got started because he's so slim, and so it helps with like a lot of, roles that require a lot of makeup or like a lot of prosthetics or suits, but he's also just such a great actor on top of that.
He's brilliant. He was a mime too, so he kind of had like the body
I really like
movements
Doug
and
Jones,
all
and I
that
want to
stuff.
keep liking Doug Jones, so let's just skip over that part, okay?
Oh, we got a mime thing.
Oh, ugh.
We should talk about that then. No.
Especially the French ones.
Found-
Oh, the French ones are extra
Oh
creepy.
yeah. Well, it's just the French in general. Just kidding.
I mean, when you're
Just
speaking the
kidding.
truth, you're speaking the truth.
I
So-
love fries.
Willie says it's ongoing. And I do not love mimes. And Danny, to be an extra big pain in my butt, is wanting to make a mime movie, and I do not approve, and I won't. I won't help, and I
yes.
won't be in it.
So then the scares will look extra authentic.
No, I mean,
I
I got
like
over my fear of spiders, but I don't know how if you can't just get pet mimes to get over that. You can't.
I can't.
I mean,
I
I
don't know
guess.
if I'll ever be able to get over spiders.
Do you guys have any big phobias?
Spiders.
Open water.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
I don't
scary.
care for open water either. I don't like heights that way.
I don't like
Heights
heights
suck.
either. I think this summer I'm gonna go to a roller coaster park and work on my fear of heights.
I'm just gonna own it. And
That's
just stay
good. I
scared of
mean,
heights.
I'm also of that opinion. I think I just got kind of charged up because I was so afraid of spiders. I wouldn't go into a room if there had been a spider in there for like days because I would think that they were just waiting to attack me. And then finally, my brother kept
are.
talking to me about jumping spiders, and I adopted one. And I'm like, oh no, she's pretty sweet. And then after a couple years of having them, I was able to hold jumping spiders, and now I have tarantulas. So I don't know. It's kind of freeing
Yeah.
to let go of that.
Can't do it.
Yeah, now that you have them as pets, it probably helps a little bit. Like maybe if I could have a pet shark, that would get over my fear.
I think that's a good
There you go.
idea.
My fear of sharks.
Get a shark.
That's
yeah.
a
shark will do
fantastic
it.
idea. Get a pet shark. The kids will love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
I
parenting.
don't
You're
want a
doing it
shark.
right.
That's a goldfish is enough. No
Yeah.
sharks.
You're also a big fan of the
I ju-
Creature of the Black Lagoon, right?
The creature from the Black Lagoon.
You think this has
I
anything
love
to
that
do with your
character.
fear of you guys fear of water?
No, I think mine was when I was little and I almost drowned, and that
What
just
happened?
fucked me up. I just we were out on a lake and there was just a drop off and it just went really deep, and I just remember going straight down and seeing stuff in the water and scared the shit out of me, and somebody pulled me out by my hair and like pulled me out of the water, and that's all I really remember. But it was scary, and it's like, all right, I ain't messing with the water. It's too scary.
That's some sage like uh confirmations there. I'm digging it.
Mm.
So 5 freaking years, guys. What do you think are the highlights of the last 5 years on the Steve and Crypto Show? Like, if somebody is new to your show, where should they get started? Like, the best moments.
I'd
I go ahead.
I'd say listen to one of the latest episodes because we've gotten more polished and better since the beginning. But and if you dig that enough, go backwards, start over, just roll through. Um, you could find the cool guests if you have reach out to us if you have interest. I like horror hosts. I could say go to this episode and that one. Go listen to Svengoolie and Darcy and you know Gangrene and all these people. I could. We have a little something for everyone, so it's kind of whatever you're after.
Yeah, yeah, I'll agree with that. Like, Mr. Lobo, that episode is fun
Mr.
too.
Lobo rules too. I'm
Another good
sorry I
horror
didn't even
host.
mention him. Yeah.
But I will usually suggest a Halloween episode.
Good one.
I'll
Those are
also
always
second what Steve said with recent episodes being more polished. That's a good way to say it. Um, but yeah, the Halloween episodes, and then any of the like Crypticon episodes, the ones where we're hyping up
Yeah,
guests that were coming there that
yep.
year. The Matthew Patrick Davis one.
Oh, he was
Um,
that guy is
a fun
awesome.
dude.
I met him.
He was he was a good guy.
yeah, it
I
was
like that
super
he
cool.
brought his own baby bottle. That was super cool.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
the
That
nice
was all.
little
He
hairs on
played
it. That
the
was
mother in Barbarian. If you guys didn't know,
yeah. Yeah.
really sweet guy. I've met a lot of people at Crypticon and
He
HorrorCon over the years, and he was super
didn't
sweet.
didn't he win at the Oscars a few years ago for the mother?
Oh
I don't
yeah,
remember. I think so.
I think he
that's
got
pretty
best
cool.
monster
You
because
guys
I
had the
think we
drummer from
announced
the
that one.
Misfits in one episode, is what Wicked Bear
We
said.
just did a recent episode. Yeah, he was the
That's right.
drummer during the Graves era in the late '90s,
Oh,
the
that's
WCW
cool.
era, WCW
Yeah,
Misfits. There you go.
the Michael Graves
Yeah,
era.
Yep.
American Psycho.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a good
I
album.
saw the original lineup in concert, but they didn't have the original drummer. But it had Jerry only. Um, they had Doyle and they had Danzig, so that was cool.
Yep, Danzig, Doyle, and Jerry. I forgot who's drumming for him now.
I don't
Somebody
know. They go through
notable,
a
but
lot of drummers.
yeah,
Very
yeah.
cool.
But Chud was the coolest.
Chud?
He was a fun guy. Yeah,
Yeah.
Doctor Chud. He was good. He was our Halloween episode.
that's right.
Uh, 2 episodes ago. He
Yep.
he brought but actually, that you mentioned that, good thing you brought that up because he sent me a bunch of CDs and bunch of swag from his work, his music and stuff to give away to people. So I'm running
Oh,
till
that
the end of
reminds me.
November. Yes,
Here.
till the end of November. Go back and share the last couple episodes, specifically the Chud one, and make sure to tag me so I see that you shared it. And I'm gonna put your name in a drawing, and I'm gonna send you some Dr. Chud stuff from his
That's
band, the
cool.
Karens, and probably something from Steven Crypto too.
That reminds me, I'm able to give gift memberships to the Gory B Movie channel. So I just gifted 5 in the chat, and it looks like Adam got one, and Tony did, and Jamie did, and Grandma's house. I don't know who that is, but welcome. So very
Okay.
cool. You guys all have memberships now. We are going to do a members only stream on Friday. Laws and I are going to be talking about Scooby Doo. So it's going to be super fun.
Nice.
Laws is my son. He's my loin fruit.
So what does the membership thing entail?
So members have exclusive live streams that are just us hanging out. So a lot of stuff I don't normally do on the channel. So like gaming
Right.
or other kinds of just weird stuff I come up with. They get emojis and badges and all kinds of stuff on there. So videos that are not available for everybody to see. So yeah, it's pretty
Right.
cool.
I like
And
it.
it supports the
So
channel,
Yeah.
which is awesome.
and it supports the channel. There you go. I like it.
Very cool.
Awesome. I just found out I was able to gift them. So yeah, I'm glad I remembered.
Nice. So what does is there like tiers for membership or is it just
Yeah, there
one
are
fee or
4 membership tiers. Plus, you get your names in the credits at the end of every episode. So that's pretty cool.
nice. Very cool. I like it.
Yeah, and I do like shout outs and all kinds of stuff. So it's pretty cool.
Well, everybody listening, join if you haven't joined yet.
Yeah.
So
We'll recommend it on our show too.
I have some more questions for you guys as somebody who's starting a podcast. When you guys are doing it, are you really worried about like filler words like and stuff, or do you guys just try to relax and just do it, or
We
is there a lot of pressure to be like super eloquent?
we kind of make it
Um,
clear. We kind of make it clear that we're kind of idiots and you get what you get. There's a lot of ums and swear words and this and that. I mean, if you it just I try to be natural. We want our show to sound like you're having a conversation with us. We're not
yeah.
trying to put on a character or nothing. We're just us. You get what you get. But
We
if
didn't
it's
take
a
ourselves
thing,
too
yes.
serious.
There's points when I tried to do it a little bit and it's hard. Like
Yeah.
I can't go 20 minutes without saying fuck or or uh
Yeah.
so it's tough.
Yeah, it's pretty hard.
Yeah. Yeah.
What kind of advice do you have for people who are just starting podcasts or maybe not super confident in their public speaking abilities?
Well, that's a I wish somebody would have given me that advice. I
Yeah.
say I say just one, if you're gonna do it with somebody else, do it with somebody that you really click well with and can really conversate well with so it naturally comes out. And then I think your just confidence will build off of that. Because there's been a couple episodes I've had to do by myself, and it's really weird talking to yourself. So I get like for you, it's you have like live chat and stuff going, so you kind of have something to bounce off of. But when it's just by yourself, you really need to bounce ideas and stuff off people. I do, but people that
Yeah.
can do it by themselves are impress me.
Wicca
Yeah.
Bear
I
says
agree
he
with
can
that.
vouch that you're chilled and he's been on your podcast a few times.
Who was that? I'm
Wicca
sorry, I missed
Bear,
that.
Willie.
Oh, Willie. Yes, Willie is the
Yeah.
man.
Very cool.
What about you? What about you, Caleb?
Yeah. Yeah, I would say, like you, have a friend to talk with, or if you don't, if you're gonna rock it solo, maybe just try
Don't
to
have
rock it alone.
friends.
Yeah, if you don't have any friends, then you try to rock it on your own and like make a little list in advance, maybe of some key things you want to say, or some sort of direction for yourself. So you don't get held up too much.
Don't
Um,
don't
and
put too much pressure on yourself. It don't have
yeah,
to be
and don't.
perfect. It's never gonna be perfect. And most
Yep.
important thing is you have fun.
Yeah,
That's what it's all about.
exactly. Do it for yourself. We do it for ourselves and hope that people listen, and we have fun doing it. That's the main thing. It's like, why are you even recording if you're, not trying to have fun with it? So, um, that's what I would suggest is just try, like he said, don't overthink it. Don't,
Yeah.
uh,
Nope.
don't take yourself too seriously. That's what we try to do is not take ourselves too
Be
seriously and you
natural.
shouldn't either. So,
If it starts feeling like work, then step back and assess things
It's good
because it
advice.
doesn't feel like work. Have fun.
I would
That's it.
say, as somebody who does a lot of videos by themselves, and I have done some streams by myself, and especially when you get started and there's not a lot of people in the chat, it
Right.
I like to think that, like back when I was watching Monster Vision, when I had that realization that there's people all over the country that were watching this too who are like me, I like to think, think about the people who are going to watch it, who are like you, who are seeking that content so that they have somebody they relate to, and just focus on one of those people and talk to them like they're your friend.
Yeah.
yeah.
And it's, I
That's
mean,
nice.
the guys mentioned Audacity. That's completely free, and I think you can get a microphone for less than $50. You know, like I said, the Snowball microphone I had was pretty cheap, and the only reason that was kind of a problem was because I have a co-host, so there's a lot of mic bleed, but it's not a bad microphone.
No, it's really not. Especially if you're doing it by yourself and you have
Mm-hmm.
a good, a space that's not way too open for sound to bounce around the room. And but yeah, my mic, I think my mic is under $80, and I love it. It's
Yeah.
just plug and go. Yeah.
Where
Yeah,
are all the
I was on a
places that
few.
you guys like post your podcast?
um, Different Facebook groups, a lot of like obviously horror related groups. I will like, I'll copy the post and then go find all the different groups that I'm a part of and find the ones that are okay with sharing that kind of thing and put it
So,
in there.
so you just spam people.
Yeah, you guys are also on
Work.
like
Whatever work.
Spotify and Apple
Oh,
and
yeah, we're on Spotify, Apple, um,
RSS, I think.
YouTube.
I
Uh,
listen to you guys on Audible.
which-
That's the one I like because I'm just like, I don't want to say it because she's listening, but I'll be like, a word, play the Steven Crypto show, and she does it.
and they're like, no, yeah, she ignores you.
I
Um,
mean, her and I don't really get along. But
I should
have you
look
guys ever
into.
had the experience where you're talking to your a word and they're so offended by you that they just do this blurp noise?
No, I don't. I don't have a word, so I
Oh my
don't.
gosh.
I'm not
Hey,
gonna.
Okay,
what's the
for
name of that
example, I don't know if you'll
blonde
be able to hear
wrestler?
her. What'd you say?
I'm trying to get you to say it. What's the name of that blonde wrestler that was paired up with Bray Wyatt for a little while? What's her first name?
Alexa?
That's the one.
Yeah, so uh you fucking did it,
Now
man.
she's
You
gonna.
fucking did it. All
Now
right,
she's
so
gonna
here's
start
what she does.
interrupting.
Alexa, Alexa, your mother sucks cocks in hell. Alexa, shove it up your butt. See, that's what she does. Did you hear her?
She just hisses at you.
She goes,
I.
ba-dump, ba-dump.
Where's,
Did you hear her?
we have a. I don't know what kind of one of those little smartwatch things my
Yeah.
coworker has, but one day we were talking about something about calling somebody a prostitute or something, and her watch just interrupted and was like, "That's not very nice. Like,
That's
mind your
so
business. Mind
judgy.
mind your damn business, watch."
I say
Like,
that to my A word all the time.
yeah,
Like, mind your own
it's.
freaking business.
Yeah, I think it's not even the fact that they do that, but it's the fact that the thing is constantly listening. So that means
Yes.
everything is being recorded and sent
And
somewhere
they
else.
always want to be involved, like Stuart and Beavis and Butthead, and you're just like, go away! I'm hanging out with my friends right now. It's so
Yeah.
embarrassing. Like
Was
you're
Stewart the
lame.
one with the was Stewart the one with the winger shirt?
Yes, Stuart.
Freaking winger. Yeah.
So to get to know you guys a little bit better, especially if someone's not familiar with your show, and they're like, all right, all right. There's lots of different kinds of horror fans. What would you guys say is your favorite decade of horror? I know you guys like Creature of the Black Lagoon, so are you thinking like 40s
I
or
I
80s?
I I like the classic 30s through 50s, just the classic monsters is my thing. Though my favorite horror movie is Night of the Living Dead. So we'll
I
go
love that.
30s and
60s.
30s and 60s. Well, 68, but yeah,
What
there's
is it
all of it.
about
Let's
those
go.
movies that you think gravitates you towards them?
One, they're just so the movie. That's like the golden age of filmmaking. It's just it's all everything is just practical. Everything is real real trained actors and they're just they're just made beautifully. They just look just everything about them. I can't. It's just hard to explain, but I just love it.
Do you guys have a favorite Universal monster?
Mine is probably Frankenstein's monster.
Ah, mine too. I have my flannel here.
I got
I just got this new flannel,
I got a
and it's got
pillow.
Frankenstein.
Oh, that's
It's
cool.
awesome. Very cool.
Wolfman for me.
Wolfman.
See?
What is it
That
about
was
the
a good one.
Wolfman, you think?
What's that?
Is it
What
because
is it
he's
about
like
the Wolfman?
tragic? Like, what is it about him?
Oh,
They're all kind of tragic, though.
yeah,
Yeah, that's true.
I like the transformation. Just interesting.
Yep.
Yeah.
And, there's not much that he can even do to stop it. Other than like somebody shooting him.
Poor freaking Larry Talbot. What about you, Crypto? What decade of horror is like your jam? You jamming your jelly.
Hard to pick between 80s and 90s.
Those are both. I love that the 90s is finally getting some cred because I've always loved the 90s, being that I was a teenager at the time. And
For a
I think
long
we had a
time,
lot
the
of good
90s
stuff.
was an afterthought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But even the direct-to-video era before Scream came along and kind of revitalized things, like, we had some really good stuff there, like those little hidden gems you'd find at the video store. So,
Yeah.
I loved it.
I worked in a video store for a while, but like I've just always loved that space, and it was just those covers on the VHS tapes back in the day. You would just look at them and they'd pull you in, and half the time the movie wasn't very good, but they sell it with the image on the front or the couple little pictures on the back. You're like, all right, I'll give it a shot.
Yeah, there's so many like Fright Night and stuff where you'd see the cover and you're like, oh, what is that?
I have to watch that. Yeah.
And then there are some other ones like The Dentist, which wasn't bad. It was a good time. That reminds me of the 90s a lot. But yeah, a lot of times you'd just be looking at the covers, and that was almost like the equivalent of a trailer, because a lot of times those early 90s movies especially didn't have TV spots. So you're just going by the poster.
Yeah, pretty much.
Things like Return of the Living Dead 3 and stuff, where they didn't even come out at cinemas. You're just like, all right, that looks cool. I like the first two.
That looks cool. Yeah.
Yeah. The local video store that we had here when I was a kid in the 90s had like the back corner was the horror section, and I was drawn to that area. Probably just I grew up with Goosebumps, read the books all the time, watched the show, just way into horror because of Goosebumps, and then it progressed. And so then one day you're at the video store and you're like, what is back there? And you start looking at all the more intense horror, the stuff that's not really made for kids, but and of course it draws you in because you're like, I'm not supposed to be watching this, but I was given the pass to watch some of it eventually. The main thing was like I was told, by my dad when I was a kid, he was like, all right, don't act this stuff out of school, don't repeat the bad words, especially around your mother.
Yes.
That was the one thing, it was like, say what you want around me, but not around your mother. And so I kind of knew, like, if I was good, then I would get to keep watching those kind of movies, and it kind of helps to just realize, like, it's just a movie, like, don't think too much about it. But yeah, so man, I want to say 90s, but like, there's so many 80s gems too that I watched at a later time in life. Like two that make me want to say 80s the most: Evil Dead and The Thing.
Yeah.
And I didn't watch those until I was 19 when I was working at a video store, and I got sick, and I just like took those and went home for the weekend. And after watching them both, I was like, why have I not seen these sooner? Like,
So you watched both of those for the first time on the same weekend?
Yeah.
That's a
good.
killer weekend right there.
That's a good weekend.
I'm always proud of Evil Dead because it came out the year I was born, which I'm telling you guys, the year I was born, the best freaking movies came out. We also had American Wolf in London and Halloween 2 and Friday the 13th Part 2 and both the birthday movies, Happy Birthday to Me and Bloody Birthday, like 1981, guys. Shit got crazy. Shit got
you
crazy.
Youngsters, you young kids. I'm a 70s baby, so
70s were cool. 70s were cool.
I don't remember much.
So, Crypto, would you say that Goosebumps was your gateway drug into horror?
Yeah, yes, it sure was. Yeah, just those books into a syringe. Yeah, never mind.
Yeah, my husband, he got the entire collection, and when our son was little, he read every single one of them to him to
Wow.
get him interested in reading. I feel like I was a little old. I mean, I have younger brothers, so even a year and a half younger than me, I just was like, well, like the Angelica and Rugrats, they're dumb babies. But yeah, Goosebumps, my brother was into it, therefore it was too young for me, but I did love Fear
Mm.
Street.
Yeah.
But my parents watched a lot of horror movies when I was a kid, and there's some that I just remembered snippets of. Like I remember they were watching Twilight Zone the movie, and the part where Dan Aykroyd's like, "You want to see something really scary?" I was like, "Fuck
Yes,
no!"
that
I hid behind the
it stuck
couch,
with me.
and
That scene
yeah,
sticks with you
it
forever.
really does. And when I finally did see it, I was a little like, "That's it." But yeah, my parents, my mom, I loved Vincent Price. So on cable, whenever Vincent Price was on, she would call me into the room like, Vincent Price is on, your guy's on. And I loved him. And my mom would also read me a lot of the books she was reading, like Stephen King and stuff. And so I'd get really, really curious. But the three movies I was forbidden from watching were The Evil Dead, because it scared the shit out of my dad, The Exorcist, and Dawn of the Dead. I finally saw Dawn of the Dead when a babysitter came over, but I didn't finish it. But when I got to Evil Dead, I was like 13 and I'm sitting there with a pillow to hide my face and stuff. And about halfway through, I was like, no, this is really fun. I think that was the last time I was really worried about a movie scaring me.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
What about you, Steve? How did you get involved in horror? Like what turned you on to the genre?
My favorite movie, Night of the Living Dead, as one of my oldest memories of watching anything was that movie. Like I just remember that freaking me out, that first zombie running up on Barbara in the car and just scared the shit out of me as a kid, and it just stuck with me, and I loved it, and I wore out VHSs of that movie, and God,
That movie's
I
so
wish I had a
iconic.
number of how many times I watched that movie, but
Yeah.
that just like that as a kid, I watched that. I watched the original Star Wars trilogy like a million times, and a lot of stand-up comedy. Like for some reason, my parents would watch like Richard Pryor and stuff,
Oh,
and
very
I get to
cool.
watch that. So it just all this mixed together and just fucked me up.
Yeah, my parents had pretty good taste. Like my mom loved Universal Monsters and they liked like American Werewolf in London and Evil Dead and all that kind of stuff, but they just didn't like slashers. So slashers are a little special to me because it's something I found myself at the video store. I'm like, no,
Right.
this one's
Right.
mine. This is my
Yeah.
horror. It's not your mama's horror. It's mine. So,
Yep. We
with
watched it.
those Friday the
We
13th marathons that would come on, my brother and I would sit down and watch all those.
Oh, and like the marathons that come on TV. It's a
Yeah.
good edited stuff. Yeah.
You guys remember the one where
Yep.
Joe Bob Briggs gets annoyed and goes to the censors of TNT to complain?
Yep.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
But Night of the Living Dead, I mean, it's cool that that's your favorite because that movie is so important. Like we wouldn't have modern day horror if it wasn't for Night of the Living Dead. Before Night of the Living Dead, everything was atomic. It was far away, because we were, people were dealing with World War II and the fears that come along with that. But Night of
Yep.
the Living Dead was the first one where your neighbor could be a source of horror. Your neighbor could be a
Yeah.
zombie and kill you. And that changed everything, like going forward. And it's crazy because I think a lot of people think it's older than it is because it's in black and white at a time when there were colored movies.
Yeah.
It was so low budget, but it doesn't look at it. It still holds
It
up and it's still
it's
fantastic.
shot so well. It's just a great story. It's so intense and suspenseful and just yeah.
I love so much
And
about it too. Like I can't remember his name, but the guy, the dad of the family, the actor that played him, he
right.
was really good friends with Dwayne, the actor who plays the main character.
As Ben, yep. Yep.
Yeah, he plays Ben. And I have a copy of that movie where he's talking about everything Dwayne went through with just racism and it was the 60s when they made that movie and it's just so weird to see this character that is so mean to Ben like in tears
Yeah.
talking about his friend and how much he meant to
Yeah.
him. Like there's so much
Yeah.
heart in that movie because they were all friends.
Yeah. Yeah, it was just a little tight group of people um that they just came together and had a little bit of money and made a classic movie. That's what I want to do. Let's do
You
that.
you want to make a movie?
Yeah.
Let's do that, guys. Let's make the next classic. That's
Yeah,
a good
I
plan.
mean, they were just friends in
With
college and they
mimes.
did what they were able to do with their budget. And I think that's the mistake some indie filmmakers make is they set their sights maybe too high and they're like, "Oh, well, we can just do it with like some shitty CGI effects, whatever." But if you think within the range of your budget, what can I conceivably do well? Like they were able to make these zombie creatures really cool.
Yeah.
Even early slashers, they were able to do those on shoestring budgets. What can I do well that I'm interested in that my group of friends are would be able to pull off? I mean, look at Evil Dead. That's another shoestring budget film, but they knew that they could pull off those gore effects. So yeah,
Yeah.
you don't need a whole lot to produce a really good horror movie. I mean, another example is Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Toby Hooper thought he could never make a movie, and it was Night of the Living Dead in his Texas hometown, seeing lines around the block, and he was like, "Well, wait a second, maybe I don't need to be in Hollywood to make a movie," and then he did it.
Exactly. There's So yeah, that's it. Let's do it.
I'm
I'm
game.
feeling inspired now. The
I mean,
killer
Danny's made
mimes.
some movies. Danny says he's down,
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it.
just not the mime one. Danny, you can suck it.
No, not the mimes.
Crypto, did
I
I
think the
ask you what
mime
your
one could be
favorite horror
good.
movie was?
No, oh man.
What's your favorite scary movie?
Well, Scream's definitely one of them for sure. Like one of my favorite franchises, not even just in horror. Um, man, yeah, I can't really give you one, but like Scream, Child's Play, Evil Dead, The Thing, boy, yeah. Trying to
Solid
think of
list.
a werewolf one that I really like.
The Wolfman?
Um,
An American Werewolf in
yeah,
London.
yeah, American Werewolf in London is probably the one for me. I also like Dog Soldiers. I don't
That's
know
a
if you
great
know that
one.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I'm a big fan of that one. But when you were talking about American Werewolf, I was thinking about David Naughton and his appearance at CrypticCon. Did you meet him that year?
I did. I went up to him and just told him how many times my brothers and I would sit down because my mom loved that movie. And I remember the first time it came on TV, it was a really big deal. My mom was really excited. And we watched it so much. We had the VHS tape. And our favorite part was Mummy, a naked American stole my balloons. We used to do that all the time. We loved it so much. So he just kind of looked at me like you're a fucking weirdo, but it was still fun meeting him.
Yeah, he really seemed like he was happy to be there.
Hmm.
Like
Yeah.
some guests are more enthusiastic than others, and he really seemed like he was having a good time. And when I was standing in line, there was a person in front of me in costume, and they walk away, and David looks at me and he was like, "You know what they were supposed to be?" And there was a girl in a she was dressed up as an ear of corn with blood all over it. And I was like, "Children of the Corn?" And he said, "That's right." And he just seemed like he really liked her costume, and it was just cool.
That's
Talking
cool.
to them for a while, and I was like, "I'm gonna let them just chat."
Did you just say that's corny?
Oh,
No,
you
he
should
said
have though.
cool.
Oh.
That's cool.
Oh, you
I
said
should have.
cool. I heard corny and I was like, wow. She went there. Okay.
I should have.
So that's another thing.
I
You
was
guys go to a
taking it.
lot of conventions and such too. What are some of the conventions you guys go to?
Well, of course, Crypticon.
Yes.
That's
Yeah,
the favorite.
Crypticon,
That's the favorite.
love it.
Crypticon Seattle.
Oh yeah.
Great
Um,
City comic show. Steve was just there.
Where's that at?
it's in Tacoma.
Hmm.
It leans more towards comic books, but there's a lot of great creators there putting out like horror comics and a lot of cool stuff. And of course, we're always there. Um, that's a good show. It's just a 1 day show. It's a good family event, but I never leave
Steve, can you
there
turn up
without
your mic a little bit? I guess people are having trouble hearing you.
me, him,
You.
you,
Yeah.
me.
How's that? Can you hear me now?
Oh, they can hear you. I guess they said
It's
Steve's a
me.
little quiet.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Let's see what I can do here. How about
I can hear
now?
you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. I think they should turn up their headphones.
Yeah, there you go.
Turn your TV up. No,
So what other conventions do you guys go to? Do you guys only go to ones in Washington?
I went to CreepIE last year. I went down there to share space with Chad Shares, uh, who actually did the art for the thumbnail you used for promoting this stream. Uh, he's a Washington guy, but I went down for that one down in Ontario, California, and that was a cool show. That was huge, and that community down there is so. Well, you've been down there. You guys have been down to Southern California visiting Ronnie and stuff.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. And you guys have
that
Ronnie on your show too.
Yeah, Ronnie's been on. Actually, when I went down there, me and Ronnie hung out. We met up, and he took me on one of the little mini Ronnie horror tours, and
He did
we
that
went
for
to like
us
the
too.
Myers house and everything. Yeah, it was a good time. Like he's a good guy. I like that guy. Um, but yeah, that it was just a huge show, and like you never know who you're gonna run into there. Just 'cause you're down pretty close to LA, so actual people that we love show up and just hang out and I end up hanging out a little bit with Spider One from Power Man 5000. Rob
Very
Zombie's been
cool.
there. Him and some other cool people were just wandering around, and it was just awesome. And everybody's so welcoming there. Like I have people messaging me all the time to come back down, so I might have to go back down there again. They should invite me. That's what they should do.
Oh,
That I don't have to pay.
yeah. And you
The
guys get to be like special guests at a lot of conventions too,
Yeah,
right?
we do. Of course, the Grit City one. They always invite us. Uh, Crypticon hooked us up last year, which was cool. There is a new-ish convention out in Tacoma called the Halloween Expo.
Yeah,
I
Wicked Bear went to
highly
that.
recommend. He did. I was supposed to go. That's during October when shit was hitting the fan, and I couldn't make it out there.
Hmm.
But they love us there. They invite us out, and we always have their guests on our show, and that's a good show. That show is really exciting. It's really fun.
Is it a lot
I
like
think if
Crypticon?
you're
Is it like a
it's
bigger convention? I like the smaller ones like Crypticon that are a little more
no,
intimate.
it's not oversized. It's very comfortable. The guests are all, they'll have maybe 8 guests, celebrity guests, and everybody's really accessible. Everybody's wandering around having fun. You could bring your family to it, which is cool. I mean, you can do that at Crypticon too, but I still feel like it's more geared towards us, like us grown folks to get out and have fun. But this one is just it's in Spokane. Do it every October. Uh, if you're in Washington, it's really worth the trip. You know, no matter what part of the state you're in, it's definitely worth the trip. And they draw people from Canada and Montana, Idaho, Utah, like all over the place. It's really growing, but it's not going to get too big because their convention center is only so big, and Spokane can only handle so much. But it's a fun show.
Jason says he's going to be starting because he just moved over to Spokane. So Jason is one of the people who organizes the panels at Crypticon, and he says
Okay,
he's going to be starting up a convention over there, probably in
is
like
he?
September.
He should just is it like a horror thing or?
Yeah,
I hate to see them get oversaturated over there, though. He should just hook up with the guy who runs that and just. Cause I'm sure that guy could use more hands on deck. 'Cause he already got this cool thing established, and
yeah. I
it just
wanted what month is that one in the Halloween con, Halloween Expo,
October,
October?
October.
Well, that makes sense.
Yep, yeah.
Yeah, Wicked Bear says Halloween Expo was a blast. Also checking out Spokane. Okay, so I guess I got it wrong. They said Crypto is the one who's quiet. I can hear you fine. Maybe it's because I had you put your earbuds in or something. I don't know. No idea.
Maybe you should start signing. Do you know how to
Uh,
sign? Can you sign while you're doing it? No,
so
try
you
it.
guys have gone to a lot. Did you guys go to HorrorCon?
No, I
That
skipped
one was
HorrorCon.
fun.
I
So I'm a
I
big Buffy fan, and I went, and then Jason last minute asked me if I wanted to stay another day and do the Buffy panel with him, and I got to help interview Emma Caulfield and Charisma Carpenter, and it was super cool.
Nice,
It was really
nice.
neat.
I've seen I've seen Charisma. I think I seen her host something at like Emerald City Comic Con one year. And
Oh
she
yeah?
was like super fun, like enthusiastic. And I don't remember what it was. I didn't stay the whole time, but I was like, oh, she's fun. And I watched for 15 minutes and then I wandered off to do something else. But
Yeah, she's got a new podcast now too. The Bitch is Back, and she's watching Buffy for the first time, which I think is crazy. Like she was on this really popular show and she's never seen it, but it was funny because
never
we're
watched
doing the
it.
interview and she's like,
It
"No spoilers," and I'm just like, "The show's so
it,
old."
it is kind of hard to watch yourself though. I mean,
I
you
get that.
guys
I
have
don't
done
watch my live
movies.
streams.
Yeah.
I will watch
I
something that I carefully, I guess, planned, like a video. I mean, I have
right.
to edit it, but the live streams I don't watch.
Yeah. Like I don't like listening to myself either. Like when
I
I
yeah.
go through, I edit and I just done. I don't episodes out there. I don't go back and listen to it unless there's something particular I'm looking for specifically. But I once it's out there, it's out of my it's
I
out of
don't
my
think
hair
anybody likes the
forever.
sound of their own voice, though. I mean, at least
Yeah.
not anybody
No,
I've
it's
ever met.
stupid. Yeah.
I
No.
mean, there are people who should, like, you know, Barry White has a beautiful voice. There are people who should, but I bet even
Oh
Barry
boy. Yeah.
would have been like, "No, I don't like the sound of my own voice." That was a terrible
Yeah.
impression, by the way.
I don't know if yeah, I was like that. Was that Barry White or was that more like a Pacino?
Okay,
It
you know
sounded more
what? I can't. My
Pacino-ish.
voice doesn't go as
You
beautifully
gotta
low
get
and
deeper.
velvety
You
as
can't get
Barry
deep like
White.
Barry White.
All right, I have this squawky voice I have, all right? It's a curse, and
It's
there's nothing I can
I
do about
mean,
it.
it's right. I get it. I don't like my voice either. I
When
get
you're editing, and especially like when I'm editing my podcast, and there are things in there like the ums and stuff. Do you edit that stuff out, or do you just cut out like the silences? What are you
if it's
editing?
really bad,
Hmm.
I'll edit it out. Oops, I almost lost you. But no, not usually. I mean, sometimes. Yeah.
How is it different when you guys go to conventions like Crypticon as a guest, as opposed to when you're just going there to hang out and see stuff?
But you,
Um, well, I mean, unfortunately,
Oh, I see why you're so quiet. For some reason, you're not coming up on the video. Um, it doesn't have a microphone for you.
oh, that's weird.
Try taking out
is
your
there?
earbuds. That might work
Okay.
because you're not coming up on the video ninja part.
Okay. Well, while you're doing that, I'll.
Yeah.
What was that question again? I'm sorry. How
How is
is
it
it
different when
different
you're a guest
attending
as
and being
opposed
a
to
guest?
when you're
Um,
going there? It's just a participant.
well, the biggest difference is you're a lot of times you're stuck behind a table and you can't get out there
So like a vendor, right?
and check. Yeah, and you can't check stuff out. You can't do all that. But it's so I always like to have somebody with me that could help. Like if crypto can't make the show,
Mm-hmm.
I'll have somebody come help so that way they could hold it down. So I could take a half hour here or there to go wander the floor and check it out because I really want to see that. But I'd say it's I have to talk more if I'm behind a table or something. I have to talk more, which is still something I struggle with, like publicly talking. I get awkward sometimes, but once, like I said, once I get going, I don't shut up. Um, I have to do that a lot more. If I'm just attending, I'm just wandering around and spending money. I spend less money. That's a good difference. When I'm behind a table, or guests or vendors, I spend less money, so that's good.
That's good. How's it for
Yeah,
you,
it's hard.
Crypto? Like, how is it different? I can't
Oh,
hear him
yeah,
at all
that's how it's
now.
different. See, we lost him.
We've lost
He's
him.
broken. Can you hear us? Blink twice if
He
you
can
can hear
hear
us. You can,
us.
but he can't hear him. What happened?
I think I can hear. There you
Well,
go. I
here,
can hear you.
you back?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. So how is it different for you?
So, unfortunately, I was not able to connect.
Now you're cutting out really. I'm really
Yeah,
sorry.
you're cutting out bad. You should do your whole answer, mime it.
Try leaving and coming
Mime,
back.
mime the whole answer.
Don't
Just
make
the
him
rest of the show,
mime.
just
Please don't make him mime. I've been good to you. We're
okay. You're
friends.
right. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Try that. He'll be right back after these messages.
He'll be right after. Yeah.
So I need to get some dirt, dude. I need the tea. So, I mean, you've talked about some of your favorite people to meet, but what people have you met at horror conventions that were just awful? Or celebrities in general that were just awful?
Well, the worst celebrity I've ever met was William Shatner.
Wow, tell
But
me about that.
he was just so unfriendly. Just wouldn't make eye contact. Wouldn't just
Was he
nothing. You
there
got
at a
nothing for him.
convention?
It was at a convention. I went through a Star Trek convention years ago, and it's just like he won't even look up or anything. He just signs your picture and just pushes it away, and it was like, wow. And
Wow.
I was actually walking the halls in the hotel, and he was walking through with the security people, and I would just, hi, Mr. Shatner, and he just totally disregarded and ignored, and like, what a dick. Like, I don't.
That
Sense in him.
sucks.
Yeah. Yep.
You know
Trying to think
exactly
of
who he's
anybody.
talking about.
Trying to. I probably told him that story a million times. I'm trying to think if anybody else was
I
like
asked
him at a
him which
convention.
celebrities he's met that were awful. What about you, Crypto?
I have no, not really. I can't.
Not really. I think we were doing better with the earbuds. At least I could hear you. I do the earbuds, and then I'll just put my mic closer to my speakers.
Do one earbud and then put the other earbud in your mouth
Steve,
and see if that
that's not
helps.
helpful, man.
Trying, trying.
So, have you met terrible musicians?
Oh,
There's been some, like, I don't want to name any names,
just
really,
name
but
them. Just name them.
not this guy wasn't bad to me. He was bad to he kind of rubbed my friend the wrong way.
Well,
MC
you
Chris.
shouldn't have been rubbing your
MC
friend.
Chris?
Yeah.
So that's the guy who does the Star Wars rap, right?
Yeah.
That's a bummer.
Yeah, but yeah, I really haven't met like a ton of people that have been standoffish or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
There's been some like a Crypticon that are maybe not as chatty. I don't know. I don't want to. Again, I don't want to name names.
I've I've had good experiences with most celebrities. I think the bigger problem are some of their like managers when their
Their
managers are hanging around.
handlers. Oh my
Oh
gosh. What's
yeah.
his butt? Mark. I'm terrible with last names, but you guys would probably Mark Patton, I think, from Nightmare on Elm Street 2.
Yep.
Like, I went up there and I just started talking to him. You know, he's really interesting, and we were having a conversation. And his handler was like, "Hey, are you gonna buy something?" And it's just like, "Whoa, cold your jets there, buddy." And then on top of that, they weren't able to take my card, and they're like, "You need to go to the ATM and stuff." And I was just like, "Okay," I just didn't go back because it was just like,
Right.
"You're too much." It wasn't
You're like,
Mark; he was lovely, but his
right.
handler was way too mooch.
Yeah, it's like, you're probably gonna get money from me, but if you're a dick, you're not gonna.
Yeah, which is a bummer because
You're gonna ruin it. You're gonna ruin your client's
I
business
wanted to
by
buy
being an asshole.
something, but
Yeah.
I just didn't want to deal with that person again. One that's kind of funny is I did meet when I met Doug Bradley at CryptoCon the first time. I went up to him and I don't know, he barely even looked at me. And then I started asking him about the Scarlet Gospels, and then I had his full attention. Like, and I was referring to the character as priest and stuff, and he's like, "Oh, you know your Hellraiser." I'm like, "Oh yeah, I do." then you could see that he was really interested, and we had a lovely conversation. But at first, and I always try to keep in mind, you don't know that they didn't get horrible news about their family at home. You don't know
Yeah,
what's going on in their life.
exactly.
I've talked to some people who've had bad experiences, and I will know personally from that celebrity that they have health issues and such. Like
Mhm.
people who have MS or people who are just old and have bad joints. And it's like, I wouldn't take it personally because I doubt it is.
Oh, they're human. We all have bad days.
Mm-hmm.
Yep,
That's it.
exactly. There is one that I thought of, and it wasn't like an entirely bad interaction. Steve was there.
Oh, was it
Um,
the dude from Child's Play?
yeah.
Yeah, he
Alex
sucked.
Vincent.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
you're
kind of a
talking
little
to the right
dickhead.
girl.
I
So
wanted to bring him up because I remember you interviewed
I
him.
did interview him. So that was my first solo interview. I
Okay.
had done with Jason, we had interviewed Christina Lees and Fiona Dorff together. And
Yeah.
he knew that I know Chucky inside and out. Like Chucky, I love Chucky. And so they got Alex Vincent. And I guess the hard thing with Alex Vincent is you can tell he's very introverted. He was an actor as a child. So I don't think he has a lot of the experience with like public speaking and such. But when I interviewed him, it was just very short answers. And so I was really uncomfortable because I'm like, I'm running out of stuff. Like we weren't having much of a conversation. And on top of that, bless her heart, there was someone in the crowd who kept speaking out. And at the time, because I was new, I didn't. Now at the beginning of every interview I do, I'm like, okay, guys, I know you're really excited to talk to them too. We're gonna have a Q&A with you guys. At the end of this, just hang tight and we'll get to your questions. But I had never done it before, and she is going off about Mike Tyson and Evander Holyfield and shit, and I'm just like, this like kill me now. This is awful. And then to make matters worse, at the end of the interview, he gets up and he's like, I need a beer, and he just walks away, and I'm just like, oh fuck. I was
Yeah,
so embarrassed.
he just didn't seem that interested in people. And
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
like,
he's gone from his booth a lot.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
one funny sarcastic question: did he charge you for the interview?
Did
You
he?
interviewed him for a Crypticon, right?
I did it for Crypticon.
Yes,
Yeah.
I know you did. I know. I was there.
Though I will say I haven't interviewed a lot of people, and typically if I go to their booth afterwards, they don't. I'm not saying it's just kind of just what a lot of people do. I've noticed if I go to someone's booth after I've interviewed them, like I wouldn't count Emma Caulfield and Charisma Carpenter because I didn't even know I was doing their interview. I went there the day before. But typically, if I go there the day after, they won't charge me for an autograph. But no, he did.
Yeah.
But I mean, he did say that it was a good interview and stuff. I mean, he was polite. It's not like one of the ones where I felt like I had a good connection with him. Like I met Don Mancini and I just loved him. So
Right.
he was really sweet.
Have you ever been intimidated going up to meet somebody?
Yes. And I said this back when they had, I mean, it's kind of bad now, but back when they had the first Buffy guest at Crypticon, they had Nicholas Brendan. I was like,
Yeah.
that's probably the extent of Buffy people I could meet because I love Buffy so much. My heart would be broken if they weren't nice, if they
Right.
didn't like me. And so when I went to meet Emma Caulfield at HorrorCon like this last month, I was just stuttering and I didn't know what to say, and it was hard. I was a little just out of my element.
Okay. I think the most intimidating one for me was the first time meeting Elvira. That
Yeah.
was that was a little nerve-wracking because this was a freaking legend. This was like one of my first childhood crushes, and like it was crazy. And going up to her table, and it's just like, "Hi, hello," and it's like, "I want this picture," and like you can't talk, but then she smiles and starts talking to you, and it's just like, okay, this is
Yeah.
cool. This
She
is
made it
good.
pretty easy. And I was also lucky I met her the first time with my son, who was a total charmer, and he was like winking at her and stuff. And she seemed to really like him. He was the youngest panelist we've ever had at Crypticon. And yeah, he was good.
Yeah.
I gotta say, the one and only time that I went to summer CryptoCon. Steve and I met JV, and at first I was a little intimidated because I've been watching him for a long time and been a fan.
Do you say
But then I realized like how nice and just approachable he was when you finally get up there talking to him, and like, oh, he's like see yourself hanging out with the dude. You know, like there's some of them that feel very separate, and then there's some
Right.
of them that's like, oh, you feel like you just be one of us, you know, one of the friends in the
He,
circle.
he's very in your face and
there are
makes
some people where you get the impression that they really do want to meet their fans, that it's important to them, that
yeah.
you're important to them. They may not remember you specifically, though. I will say Joe Bob is the nicest celebrity I've ever met. After the first couple of times meeting him, even before we interviewed him at CryptoCon this last year, he remembered our names. And I know it's not just us. I know he's older and he does get help. Like Kathy, who does his is a handler for a lot of his events. Like she'll remind him, like, "Oh, they interviewed you at CryptoCon," but Darcy will too. But it means a lot to them, to their fans. Like that's why they participate in the live tweets during their show. I've had him DM me, they wished us a happy anniversary. Like, who does that? That's a celebrity. Like nobody
No,
does that.
they are good people. They are very appreciative and show it with little things like that.
Yeah. Bear says, for me, it was meeting the Adams family, the directors and their daughter. It was awesome vibing
Oh
with them.
man, dude, they're the best. They are the
I
best.
didn't get a
I
chance to meet them.
love
That
those
was a
guys.
year where I had so many panels. I didn't even get to go down to like the last day and everything was closed up.
If you're ever at a show with them again, you take time. Give yourself a half hour at least and go talk to them. They're like the best. You feel like you're talking to old friends. And like
Normally,
I still
they're pretty good
I
about
still
giving
message with
us.
them and chat with them, and they're awesome. We
Normally,
need to
they're.
get them back on the show.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
do.
Oh, they were on your show? That's so cool.
Well, we did a little thing at Crypticon with them,
Oh,
and
that's
but I
cool.
want to get them on for a full thing. 'Cause I think they're actually out promoting a new movie right now.
Oh,
I'll
cool.
have to look into it. I'll have to reach
Yeah,
out.
when we met them, I was still living in Port Townsend, and like we told them we were out in the Port Townsend area, and they're like, "Oh, we love that area. We love Port Townsend." And then they said we may or may not have shot something out there, and
Well, guerrilla
kind of
filmmaking.
related
Yeah, I like it.
to
For
one of the movies.
yeah, yep. Who was I
Yeah.
thinking of? The Adams. Oh, Toby Poser, the the mom. Uh,
Yeah.
I was just talking to a comic writer buddy the other day, a guy named Craig Hurd McKinney. I don't know if he's listening, but shout out. He just wrote a really cool continuation of the Dark Shadows story.
Oh,
A new
wow.
comic. It's like set like now, like in the future, and not the future, but
I was always
now.
sad the
What was that?
90s
40 years ago,
reboot
something like
never got
that.
finished.
Yeah, but he's writing a comic, and they're going to be launching, I guess, for distribution because they did like a crowdfunding for it, and it got picked up, and it's getting distributed. But he's going to be doing. I think he's out in Renton area, but they're going to be doing uh, they're going to do a read of a episode of the show, and I guess Toby is going to come and read one of the parts, which
That's
is
really
really cool.
cool.
I got to get more info on that. I don't know if I was supposed to mention that, but you
Yeah, I
guys didn't
would
hear
love
that.
to meet them. Normally, I get
Shit.
time to go down to the main floor. It was right around COVID when they didn't have as many panelists, so we were kind
Right.
of double loaded. But I would
Yep.
love to meet them. I loved Hell I
Hellbender. Yeah.
Hellbent. Yeah, I thought that was it. Hellbender. I liked that a lot. I
Yeah.
thought it was
That's the
really
one
good.
that they may or may not have shot some stuff in Port Townsend.
Yeah, they were talking.
Yeah.
I did remember hearing because I did go to one of their panels. They were talking about yeah, asking for permission to shoot places. Just maybe don't. Just do
Yeah. Just
it. Don't
do it
get
and get the hell
caught.
out of there.
Like
They did.
they're pretty guerrilla.
They did at Crypticon. They screened. I think it was Hellbender, and they Toby and John had live mics throughout it, and we're just commenting through it. And John is one of the funniest fucking people you'll ever talk
I
to.
thought it was so
He's
crazy that he needs
off
to
the
be a male
wall.
model. Like I would
Was
have
he?
never guessed. Like because he doesn't have the vibe.
He just has like old school like punk rocker vibe.
Yeah.
Like he was like an old hardcore kid or something, and then he got sober and started making crazy movies.
They have a really cool family. Wickabear says, yeah, the Adams are out promoting Mother of Flies, which is the new one in the film festival.
That's why we like having Wicked Bear on the show as much as
He
possible
sees
because
everything Bear does. Do you guys
yeah.
follow him on Letterbox?
What's that?
Do you follow Wickabear on Letterbox?
Oh yeah.
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 I need to, I don't know if I'm following you guys. I don't know. If we're not connected on Letterbox, we need to be. But yeah,
We
Bear,
will. We
he
will.
watches so much stuff. So like I always like to kind of run stuff by him. Like, did you see this? What'd you think of it? So because he sees
I'll
everything.
look if I'm like trying to find something to watch. I'll just look on his like Instagram and look in his
Yeah.
story, and he has his recommendations. I was like, all right,
Well, and
we'll
he
try
also goes
that.
to a lot of film festivals and such too. So he sees a lot of stuff
Yeah.
that hasn't even
Yep.
been made available yet. So he's a pretty good person to give you a
Yeah.
heads up.
That's
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 Wicca
a
Bear, BURR on Letterbox, guys. So I highly recommend
yep.
following him.
Look him up.
Pretty
Look him
cool
up.
guy. Really
And
cool.
donate
And
to the fundraiser.
he needs a kidney, guys. Like you need those. You need at least one. So
If I could give him one, I'd give him one of mine. That's how much I like that guy.
I
He's
like
a
him a
good
lot
guy.
too. Pretty cool guy. What are
But
some of your other
yeah.
favorite celebrity meets at horror conventions? Do you
What you
guys
got
remember
for
in
me?
the early Crypticon days when like all the autographs were like $20 and you could kind of go up to anybody and they didn't really care and you can get like a selfie? It was super fun.
Yeah, the good old days. And now it's like
Sid Hager,
$40 for
remember?
a
He even had a
selfie.
sign saying
Oh
just come
man.
up and get a selfie for free.
Yeah. He was
He
cool.
was
I was
sweet.
glad to have met him. Um favorite celebrities to me. I mean, of course, Sandra Peterson, Elvira. A couple
And she
times.
hosts the HorrorCon, by the way. So she does a
Yeah.
lot of stuff there, which is cool.
See, I'll probably go to the HorrorCon at some point, but whenever I go to SummerCon, who actually they're the people who run the HorrorCon,
Hmm.
never have a good time.
I
Never
don't
enjoy it. I
really care
always
for the
feel
venue.
bad.
I think the venue's perfect because I also
I
go there for PNW Reptile Expo. I'm going with my brother. I think it's perfect for that. I think for a convention with celebrities and stuff, it's not quite as cozy as something as Crypticon.
no, I
Exactly.
like it. It's fine, but when it comes to like going to panels and stuff, they're like outside
Yeah, it's just hard to
and like
navigate the area. Same thing with Emerald
I
City Comic Con. It's in like 3 different buildings and it was
yeah,
just
it's
so
all
hard
over
to
the damn
navigate.
city. Yeah. When I went to SummerCon this last summer, and I went to a panel with some like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle voice actors, and it
Mm.
was out in like a building that is normally used for animals during the fair.
Wow.
So it had the smell. Like I sitting there listening to the Ninja Turtles, and it just smelled like goat piss or
Animal.
something.
Yeah,
And
luckily I
yeah,
haven't had that experience there. I didn't even know about the panels the first year I went, which was last year to HorrorCon. I've never been to SummerCon, but
and
it looks rad.
one thing about uh Crypticon is the attendees smell better than say Emerald City Comic Con attendees.
Yeah.
Yeah, those nerds, like the gamer nerds and like
I only gone
they
to Emerald
just
City one time and it wasn't a great experience. My son is obsessed with Scooby Doo. So we went
okay.
because Freddie Prince Jr. was there, which, by the way, that is one of
Right.
the people who I don't recommend meeting. He had a completely empty line, he had nobody in line. And my son went up to there. My son's extremely shy. And he just signed it and handed it back to him. He didn't say a damn word to him.
That's
And it was
crazy.
like an $80 autograph. It's like, really, dude?
Yeah, yeah, that's a tough one.
Luckily, he met Great Elise, and she was fantastic, and she was chatting him up. And I think one of the nicest people. I mean, the year he was a panelist is because Matthew Lillard was there, which is even a bigger deal because that's the voice of Shaggy, and he adores Shaggy.
Right.
And
Yep.
he went to his interview, and when my son asked a question, which was what his favorite Scooby Doo series is, he walked right up to my son And not only did he answer the
Oh.
question, which was Mystery Incorporated, but then he did the Shaggy voice in his ear. Like, he just loves children. So Crypto, definitely
Right.
bring your children to meet him because he loves kids. And then when my son came up the next day to his table, even though Matthew Lillard had a massive line, he
Yeah.
remembered him and he's like, "Hey buddy, is it okay if I give you a present?" Like, I like that he asked. He didn't just assume because he's a celebrity that people are just gonna fawn all over him. And he's like, "Uh-huh." And we had already gotten him a picture and all that stuff. So he gave him this Scooby-Doo beanie and he was just really sweet to him. He's like, "It's real a pleasure to meet you." Like, he made it seem like meeting my son was special.
That's
It
awesome.
was really cool.
And now he has a lifelong fan.
Well, he was
Yeah.
the main guy that I wanted to meet. I didn't make it there, but I knew if I did, I'd be standing in line waiting for like 3 hours or whatever.
Well, he was at
That's the thing.
Crypticon.
He was at Crypticon and like he never had a line. When I seen him, he was just hanging out and just taking pictures of everybody and just
Yeah,
having a good
another
old time.
time I was waiting to do one of my panels or interviews, but I saw him walk by somebody. There's people waiting to go in, and he went up to someone. He's like, "Oh, hey, nice to meet you," to some guy, and he's like, "What's your name?" "My name's Matthew." Like, he had no pretense, like no celebrity pretense. Like, "Yeah, we know it's your name's Matthew." Like, he didn't have any of that pretense at all. He was really, really nice.
Yeah.
So, highly recommend meeting him. Fred Williamson's another person I met that was super nice.
You said Fred Williamson?
Yeah, from like Black
Fred
Cobra
Fred
and
the
from Dusk
Hammer
Till Dawn.
Williamson?
He loved me. I don't know
Yeah.
why, but he like, I have a picture where he picked me up. He's like, "I'm just gonna take her home with me. She's just going to my go home luggage." She's like, she's just
I
the greatest. So we just
I
clicked
met
really well.
I met him, I reached my hand out to shake his hand, and he said, "That's too white," and he gave me like the little
Yeah.
cool bro thing. I was like, "Alright."
Very
I like it.
cool.
I like
Very
it. He was
cool.
cool. He was friendly as hell too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's hard.
Ghostface himself, Roger.
Right, he was cool, and he does all the voices too, which a lot of voice actors won't do that. I don't know if it's a contract or not, but when I met him, he was going through Ghostface, Mojo Jojo, like such a rad guy.
Yeah, I came up and said hi to him, and he said my name in Ghostface voice.
Oh,
And then like I got the autograph and then sat down for a photo next to him. And again, in Ghostface voice, he was like, "Don't smile."
he is such a cool guy. Speaking of Scream, I met Jamie Kennedy, which I was a little nervous because I met a couple people who had met him, and they're like, "He's a lot. He's a lot." And I'm like, "Okay, I don't know how to interpret that." But when I met him, Danny and I did. I met him twice. So the first time we met him, they were closing up for the day, and his handler had already packed up the money and everything. So, but he
Okay.
still was like, "Hey, you guys want to say hi? Come here." And he like shook our hands and was like, "Hey guys, you guys have a good night. Get home so safe and stuff." But the next day, we met him. We talked about Scream a little bit. And he's like, "I like you guys." Me and my husband. He's like, "You guys got a good vibe. I like you guys." Like, it
Yeah.
was really cool.
I
Yeah, I like this podcast and stuff. I mean, lately it seems like it's getting a little bit more political.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
I'm not crazy
No
about like
thanks.
that.
Me neither.
Yeah. But I was listening for a while, depending on who was on.
I like hearing him talk about like movies and stuff. That's another one I was a little nervous to meet just because of their political stuff. But
Yeah.
she was Buffy the Vampire Slayer, so I met Christy Swanson. I was a little. She was super sweet.
Oh,
A lot of
okay.
times you meet
Was
people
she?
and everything I mentioned to her, I mentioned Buffy. She would have a story for her. Christy Swanson from Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Deadly Friend, and she had really nice stories about Luke Perry. So she was really sweet. She was really nice.
It's I hate when you meet somebody that I can't think of anybody off the top of my head, but I know it's happened. Somebody that's kind of they had like one role, like in like some cult film back in the day, and they just been riding that wave, and they have like a big ego and just not friendly. It's like you ain't been in shit. You've been in one freaking movie that 8 people
Yeah.
watched. Like who the hell? Who do you think you are?
Or when they chart like
But
the guy who was the voice of the good guy doll, he was charging just as much as like everybody else, and I'm just like, you haven't done anything since you were a kid. I did find out he did the voice of Tom Skeleton in the Halloween Tree. I'm like, all right. I'll get something for that. But Yeah, I even asked him, I was like, hey, you want to like be on our book club podcast and stuff? He's like, well, you'll have to talk to my people and stuff. I'm like, all right, dude.
Yeah. Talk to my manager. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Give me your info and I'll pass it along to my manager. And yeah.
Yeah. But some of them, yeah.
Zach Galligan.
Zach Galligan? Danny made Zach Galligan.
He was good.
And we had him on the show before CryptoCon. I think we asked him, like, how much time do you have? And he goes, I have as much time as you need. And we chatted for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
And
Well, he
got
chatted.
my beans out of him.
He chatted for an hour and a half. I like it.
Yeah.
Those are
He
my
seems
favorite
so
guests
sweet.
when
I
we just
really like
ask a
him.
question and they run with it. Like,
Yes,
there you
I
go.
love that. A person who I think is fantastic for that is Fiona Dourif. Not only when I interviewed her for Crypticon, but I saw her panel at HorrorCon, and she will just run with it. She gives you a lot, and she's super sweet too. Like on my autograph that I got from her, she wrote, thanks for making our panel super fun and stuff. Just she gives a lot to her
Yeah.
fans. She really gives back a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, baby.
Yeah. He was really cool.
What's that?
I met her as well. I picked out the photo that had like a dead body and Chucky was sitting on top of it. And then you could see her like on the side, like pointing and laughing at it.
Yeah.
And so she wrote little arrows, and one to her says me, and then the one to Chucky and it says Dad.
I seen that. There, she's done that on some people's, which is really cool.
Are
Yeah,
those
she's
puppies?
really, really sweet.
Are those puppies back there?
Yes, they just woke
I'm
up from their
distracted.
nap.
What kind of dogs are they?
They're mixed breeds, but hi, baby. This is Brewster, so named because of the movie Fright Night. You're so cool, Brewster. Like I
Right.
told myself
Yeah.
after I got my first dog, if I get another dog, it's gonna be named after Fright Night, so I can say you're so cool, Brewster. But they're part Jack Russell Terrier because I think that's what their mom is. But I don't know. He's like part Cairn Terrier, like Toto or Chihuahua or something.
Right.
They're
Yeah.
mutts.
Looks like you might have a little Chihuahua.
Yeah, I think he's got a
Maybe.
little bit of Chihuahua. And he's 13. And then this is Brocky, his brother. He's looks more Jack Russell Terrier-y, and he's got
Right.
stubby legs, and he does a lot of corgi behavior. So I think he might have got a little corgi in him.
Right.
But they're very good
Like his,
boys. They were
like his
abandoned.
big
Like
ears.
they were abandoned on the side of the road in a box, like them and another sibling, and
Oh.
these ladies rescued them and got them veterinary care, and then they were living with a friend of ours, and they had too many dogs, so I got Brocky when he was about a year old. And then when they had a baby and they couldn't have the other dog, they're like, you gave Brocky such a good home, would you have room for Brewster? So, and I'm so happy because they love each other so much. I'm so glad they get to have their lives together. Like they're best friends. They're the Steve and Crypto of my house.
There you go.
And of course, all my
Except-
tarantulas. Which
Oh,
you
yeah.
can kind of see Pipkin, God's favorite boy, right here. So named after the Halloween tree.
I could just see is that with the lit up the tanks that
Yeah,
they
so
live in?
those are tarantula enclosures. So there's Cuddles, Pipkin, and Poe. But Pipkin's right here. Oh my gosh, I'm touching him. Look how good I am at this. He's right there.
Nice.
So good. Alrighty, guys. Were there any other celebrity meetups that were really good that you wanted to share?
Most of them are good. They're all good.
A lot
Felissa
of times
Rose.
I would say at
Felissa Rose.
conventions, oh my gosh,
Felissa
she
Rose
is
is the best
She is so good
celebrity.
that Don Mancini, he's like, I just met Felissa Rose. Have you met her yet? She just exudes light. Like he was
Yes.
bragging about her. I'm like, I've met her a couple times. She's a sweetheart.
She's awesome.
The first time I met her, I had her sign my curling iron, and she's like, "That's so cool. I'm gonna do it for free." Like it was awesome. I guess now a lot of people have done it, but at the time she told me I was the first one. So, babies,
That's
I'm gonna
awesome.
let you go.
You
But
inspired
she's
many
so
people.
Fun. She's so nice, and she always has so much energy. She's one of those people where I feel like she really does enjoy meeting her fans. Like that, I think is why she does it.
She loves it. She loves it, and she's always down to party too.
Yeah.
She has a good time. Like she definitely had fun at the Crypticon party. I know that when we were there.
At the 13th floor?
Oh yeah, 13th floor.
I've never seen her there.
No?
Mm-mm.
You didn't see her after? She, like, made me go. I wasn't even gonna come to the party, and she's like, "No, we're going. Let's go."
Hey,
She
Crypticon
just
Seattle
dragged me
is
after.
in the chat, guys.
Mad Bros.
Mad Bros into Hizzle. Yeah, we've been talking about Crypticon Seattle.
Yeah. Yep.
But I would say
Good old Mad Bros.
of the conventions I've been to, Crypticon, I haven't been to that many, but Crypticon is it does feel more like I always call it horror summer camp.
Yeah.
Like it feels like the summer camp I go to where I hang out with my friends Steve and Crypto and Tony and that's part of why I started this show is I didn't want it to be a whole year before I got to see a
Yeah.
lot of people I love hanging out with at Crypticon.
Right, right. I call it the reunion.
Yeah.
I call it the reunion every year. My
Oh
horror
yeah.
nerd reunion.
Horror
But
nerd
w
reunion.
what
people sometimes, like people that are into horror the same way that we are on the same level, so it's nice to go there and just know that everybody is kind of obsessed with this kind of thing, and that's okay.
That's what's
Yeah.
awesome is you can run into anyone there and I've never met anybody I can just start a conversation up with anybody
Yep.
and whether it's about their cosplay or who they met, but everyone loves horror and so it's like you're surrounded by like instant friends, which is cool. And
Yeah.
I think the other
The
thing I love
thing
about Crypticon too is we also have like the film festival, like there's so much fun stuff to
so
do.
much more, yeah.
Yeah, there's the
The thing
costume
about
contest, there's the Rocky Horror, there is so much to do. Like a lot of conventions just don't have all of that.
there's the thing about the horror fans, especially at Crypticon, that I love the most is that, 1, we are, like, the most accepting group, fandom group. Because I've gone, to I've been to, like, anime cons, I've been to crypt Comic Cons and all that stuff, and it's just, like, clicky people, and if you're not part of their group, they don't like you, or they think their shit they like is better than yours. But at Crypticon, you could just have a conversation, like you said, with a stranger. Like, "What movie you like?" "Oh," you just become friends. Like,
That's
I've
how
made
I
more
met
friends at
Wickabear and
Crypticon than anywhere.
Tyler. They were other guests there and we just hit it off at I think one of the after parties and now we're friends.
Yeah, that's just we're just more open-minded, and
I
also,
agree.
we like to spend money too.
Yeah.
I don't know if you noticed.
Well, and I've heard that from celebrities too, that horror fans are some of the most appreciative fans. In fact, I remember when I met
Yeah,
Eric Freeman, who was the garbage day in Silent Night, Deadly Night 2. He was at Crypticon and he told me, he's like, I didn't do these for a really long time because I just thought people would just kind of want to make fun of me. And then he's like, it's so fun being here. Like everyone's so like into it and like they actually seem to really love it. I was like, yeah, that umbrella kill is still one of the coolest horror movie kills of all time. Like, I'm so glad you're here, man.
yep,
But
yep.
yeah,
So
horror fans are awesome.
who would you love to see come to Crypticon?
I would love to meet Bruce Campbell.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've never met Bruce
he's
Campbell.
in
Danny
Oregon.
has.
What was that, Caleb?
He's in Oregon.
Does he still live in Oregon?
I mean, I don't know about currently. At least he was. He was
I know
living in
for
Oregon.
a while he did, but yeah, he would be a cool.
Oh,
He's
and
never
Tim
been to Crypticon,
Capello.
right? Yeah.
I would die if I
Oh,
could meet Tim Capello. I would just die. The saxophone guy from Lost Boys.
yeah,
I still
yeah.
believe. Oh my god, I love him so much, and he seems so nice. So nice.
That would be that would be interesting.
And
You
I'm gonna
like
say
you'd have
any
to
of the
meet him
gals from
though
the
for sure.
craft. I mean, obviously Nev, but Fruza Balk, Rachel
Yeah,
True. I would love to
yeah,
meet any of them.
yeah.
What about you guys?
Um, I mean, I often think of like some big names that might. I don't know if they would attend or not, or they might just be busy. Like David Arquette.
I met David Arquette
He
at
does
HorrorCon. He
conventions.
was really nice.
David Arquette does conventions.
Yeah.
Oh, I know he does conventions. Um,
It would just be them affording to get him,
that's what I mean.
basically.
I'm just not sure if he would be attainable, but I'd love to meet him. Apparently, he was actually out in Fort Townsend a while ago.
It was during SummerCon. HorrorCon. He came out here. Yeah,
Yeah. So there's like
I
the
don't know
Horror
why, but
4000 Facebook group, and somebody in there was like, "I swear to God, I just saw David Arquette downtown." And someone's like, "No, you probably just saw somebody that looked like him or whatever." And then a bunch of people, including me, chimed in and were like, "No, no, there's a horror convention going on, a couple hours away." And I was talking to a guy that I was training at the time to replace me in my old job, and he was like, "I actually met him downtown, and he was with his agent or whatever, which I think might have been Sean Clark." Um,
does Sean handle the Scream people? I think he
yes,
does.
yes, he does. So I think it might have
Uh,
been Sean. Um, but yeah,
Well,
he's into horror.
he has a whole team though that goes out with his people. So I don't know.
Uh, Crypticon
Who would I
Seattle
want to
says,
meet?
"How do we feel about their first guest, who is David Howard Thornton, Art the Clown?"
Yeah, I
Oh,
bet
I
he.
love that.
I bet he's gonna be a lot busier than last time he was there.
David
Yeah,
Howard Thornton, he is a super chill dude. He's been on a lot of my friends, like
Yeah,
small channels, like as a
yeah,
guest. Like he has no pretense. So I'm really
right.
excited to meet him in person because he's just super rad.
Yeah,
Plus, he just did that Ice Nine Kills video, which was super
yeah.
rad. So he
yeah.
just seems super
Somebody
cool.
needs to give him a Joker role. I
That,
really, really hope he gets that
yes,
one day. I know he wants to do it very badly. And I'm sure you've seen the little clip online where he did like a 2-minute monologue
I
as
haven't.
the Joker. Oh man. Yeah, he's at a convention doing a panel or whatever, and somebody in the crowd mentions the Joker thing, and he goes off for about 2 minutes about how it was to like drop Batman in a vat of acid.
That is so cool. Yeah, I can't wait to meet him. I hopefully we get some more people from Terrifier as well because one of the gals was at HorrorCon and she was really cool. So it'd be cool to have like a whole reunion, so to speak. Uh
Yeah, my
I guess
coworker,
Bruce
he has
only
a
chills in Portland, but yeah, one day maybe I'll meet him. Who knows? Some examples from the chat. Temperance says Danny Trejo would be cool. So
Trejo
Danny
would be cool.
Trejo has his own restaurant, like Mexican restaurant
Yeah,
in
and
California,
don't he have a
and
don't he have a
sometimes he's
donut
there.
shop too?
I don't know.
I think
Ronnie
Thought he
took
so.
me
did.
to this when I was down
Yeah,
visiting him in LA, and I guess sometimes he's there. He wasn't there when I was there. And then Chosen from Karate Kid, he has a restaurant in Seattle, I think.
Seattle. Yeah, yep,
So that's kind of
he
cool.
does. The person I want to meet, I'd love to have come up here is Svengoolie. I've had a
Svengoolie,
couple
why haven't we
conversations with
gotten
him.
him?
He don't travel that much out of Chicago, but yeah, that's the one I want to meet. He's a nice guy. I've had conversations, and I need to meet him in person.
Yeah, he would be super
I've
cool.
Yeah,
So,
he's been on our show.
yeah,
Um,
what was he like?
yeah, he was very friendly, very funny. He's a very witty guy, like you would expect. He's always
Yeah,
on. He's a performer. He's worked in TV and radio for the last, you know, 50 years, so he's on it. He knows how to put it on for people.
very
Is that
cool.
Adam Green and Joe Lynch?
I
Okay.
would love to meet Adam Green. Danny
Cool.
met Adam Green at Odoris's funeral. And he seems super cool. And Joe Lynch, the Charmed Ladies, they were actually at SummerCon and I missed them. Andrew Bowser. Are you guys fans of Andrew Bowser?
Oh,
Andrew Bowser did Onyx the
he's
Fortuitous One and the Talisman
Onyx
of
the
Souls.
Fortuitous.
But
I
he
don't know.
also has a YouTube channel where he's been like that
Yeah.
Satanist guy and stuff. He seems super cool. I hope we get him. Yeah, I love Firuza Balk. And Brad Dourif. I mean,
Oh
that would be incredible. David was just doing a Scream screening in Tacoma. David Arquette.
yeah. Yes,
Hey,
I know
Ariel.
exactly what.
Oh, he does have a donut shop
Okay.
and the cast of Monster Squad. Somebody else suggested.
That would be cool. That would be
Crypto, is there
cool.
anybody you really want to meet that you haven't met?
I'll let you know someone that I would really like to meet, and then I have to jump out of here.
Of course.
Unfortunately. Um, I mean, aside from David Howard Thornton, Honestly, someone just mentioned a Brad.
Brad
Dourif.
Dourif. Yeah.
That's your one.
I met Fiona. She was awesome. And I just want her to bring her dad up here.
It would be cool to see them on a panel together.
So, all right, guys.
Thank you
I'll
so
get
much,
back.
Crypto. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Crypto.
I
It was
appreciate
great
it.
chatting with you.
Yeah, thank
We'll
you.
chat. We'll chat again sometime, Crypto Zoo.
You
We will.
guys should connect. I feel like you guys got, good vibes.
Should we? Okay. Let's make it a
All right,
thing.
guys.
Have a
Take
good one,
care.
Crypto.
Thank you. You too.
All right. Now that that guy's gone.
Oh
No, I'm
my
just
gosh.
kidding.
So let's talk some shit about crypto, right? No.
Fucking guy.
Oh my gosh. A Stretch from Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. We did have
Okay.
Caroline Williams one year, but I wasn't able to meet her that year. I didn't go that year. But I would love to meet her.
Yeah, I think my main one, my brain keeps going to Sven. I
Sven
have to
Gulli
meet
would
him.
be really cool.
I have to. I've thought about maybe planning a trip to Chicago for a convention at
Yeah?
some point to meet him. Somebody said Alan Tudyk. He's awesome. I
Yes,
met
from
him. He's
Danny
great.
loves him in Resident Alien. And I of course
Oh,
love him from
Resident Alien's great.
Firefly, but he's done so many
Yeah.
things. Tyler Labine
I
is
met
really cool.
I met a bunch of people from Firefly.
I haven't met anybody
The
from Firefly, but I'd
the
love to.
dude, can't remember his name. Is it Sean Marr, the
Sean
doctor?
Mayer? Yeah.
Yeah, he kind of sucked as a
Well, that
as somebody to
sucks.
meet. He was just like picking his teeth the whole time and
Oh
just
my
like
gosh.
it's kind of weird and
Yeah,
gross.
I'm kind of
Everybody else
nervous
was
about meeting a
awesome.
lot of Buffy people. I have heard Sarah Michelle Gellar is really sweet, so I would like to meet her. I've heard David Boreanaz. I've heard mixed stuff on him, so I don't need to meet him.
Right.
But oh, you who I really want to meet? I really want to meet James Marsters. I've heard he is fantastic. Like everyone I know who's met him just says he's amazing.
I've
He played
seen
Spike in
him at a
Buffy.
convention.
He
Was he at Crypticon at
he's
one
never
point?
been at Crypticon. He's
Where
doing
did I
Fan
see
Expo
him
in
at?
Canada, but everyone says he's super sweet. I would also love to go to Hellmouth Con, which they host at the high school that they went to. It's the Torrance High School, which was
Alright.
also a 90210.
Alright.
That would be incredible.
Oh, they do a whole convention?
They do a
For
whole just Buffyverse convention there. I would love
That's
to go
kinda
to that.
fun.
That would be
I
incredible.
was I was never hardcore into it, but I would definitely go to that. That would be cool. That would be
It's
fun.
at their high school, dude. Like that's insane.
Yeah.
That's super cool.
Trying to think who else. Where did I see Marsters at? It was a convention, and I actually like said hi to him, and he was really because he was just like sitting, and people weren't talking to him or anything, and he was super cool and friendly. But where the hell was it? Maybe it was
James
Portland. I don't know,
Another
but
person I'd like to
that's
meet, but she doesn't do conventions or anything, but I've just been just a lifelong fan of hers, Drew Barrymore. Like I adore Drew Barrymore.
right, right.
I guess
Yeah,
I guess I could go to a taping of her show, wherever that is.
yeah. I wonder where they tape it at.
I don't know.
Probably
I'm
L.A.
guessing California somewhere.
Yeah, because she's probably in L.A. It's
I've met
probably
a
down
lot of
there.
people like who've met her in weird places. Like I was in an elevator with her, which those ones, like especially outside of a convention, if they people say they're nice, like that's pretty good.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
because I mean, people on the street, like, I mean, they're living their life, so fair enough. But I've heard she's just really great. Everyone I've ever heard of who's met
Right.
her,
Right. She always just seems genuine.
she really
Seems like a
does.
genuine person. Yeah.
Yeah, she seems to actually care about like the people who are on her show and who are that she's interviewing. Like I saw her interviewing Jeanette McCurdy, and she was asking her because she has her own problems with her own mother. Asking her like, how did you overcome that? Like she was having a real conversation with her. She wasn't just reading from a list of questions.
Right.
Which I
Right.
guess that's a good question to ask you because you've interviewed so many people. You're like a professional now. How do you prepare for that?
Well, I think professional would entail making money. So
Your podcast makes money.
sure. Okay. I mean, we do better at like conventions selling merch and
I need to get some Steven Crypto merch. When I was picking out my shirt for today,
yeah,
I was trying to match it to my guest. And I was like, why don't I have a Steven Crypto shirt? Like, I suck.
those and yeah, they match everything too. There's black and
I
white
know.
and
They
you
really
can
do.
wear
I'm going to get me one.
um Oh no, now you got me thinking about merch. What was the question?
I was
Oh,
asking how you
interviewing
prepare
people.
for
How
interviews.
how do I prepare? Um, I'll usually if it's somebody I know well, I'll just take a couple notes. Or somebody I don't know well, I'll just pick out some of their best known work, kind of dive into it a little bit. But for the most part, I just try to get people to I try to not make it feel like that same interview you hear over and over. I want it to be like I want to hear the real person. So I try to get their attention, try to get them to be comfortable and just let's just have fun and have a conversation. If we talk about your stuff, cool. If we don't, it's just I don't know. I try to keep everything natural and just flow and
I think
smooth and
those are the
that's
best. And
it.
I think that is one of the problems I had, like, because the first interview I did with Christina Elise and Fiona Dorff, Jason told me about that the night before. And I just
Right.
was kind of thinking of what I wanted to know. But I
Right.
didn't have like a list of questions or anything. And then with Alex Vincent, I watched every documentary, I watched all this stuff. And then I think I over prepared and psyched myself out. Hold on just a
Right.
second. Here, guys.
Yep.
Go. Danny, Kaden, put the dogs out, please. I think I psyched myself out a bit, and if I did it again, I would focus more on just getting him to have a conversation with me. Like, I
Right.
think in addition to what they do, like look at their Instagram, like what are they passionate about? So for Alex Vincent,
Yeah.
he follows the tour of Nine Inch Nails. Like, I probably should have asked him about that. What do you love
Right.
about Nine Inch Nails and stuff? That's something he's passionate about. So if I did it again, that's what I would do differently. But over preparing, I think, is a mistake. The other thing I would look at is look at other interviews. So again, Alex Vincent's
Oh yeah.
pretty introverted. So I
It's
could have
always
prepared myself better if I had watched more of his interviews and seen that, he's kind of a shy person. So you
yep.
can prepare. Whereas if you saw a Fiona Dorff interview, you're like, yeah, I only need to have like 4 questions because she's going to give me a lot.
A lot. Yeah. That's that's one thing. Like I do look at other interviews and see like, okay, this person's asked this question a million times, so I'm gonna cross that off my list. I'm not gonna ask that same damn
That's
question
the
again.
hard thing. It's hard because I feel like for me, because I've done Crypticon.
Yep.
So I feel like for me, I I've been in the crowd at a lot of them, and I know what it feels like to have like those questions you really want them to ask. And so I feel like even if it might be an obvious question, I'm going to try to ask the questions that I think people in the crowd are going to want to ask. So I'm going to ask them about, like, if it's Alex Vincent at Crypticon, they want to be asked about Child's Play, you
Right.
know? But I
There's the
also
thing you have to. Yeah.
for the guest, I also want them to not be bored. I want them to be engaged
Yeah.
and and just have a conversation and let maybe, I think
Right.
that's the best because then the guest also get to see maybe something from them that they haven't seen before.
Yeah. And they people know what they've done, what the guests have done.
Yeah.
They know everything about them already. So let's like really get to know them as the person rather than this performer or
Yeah.
characters they played.
I think
And
that's good
I like
advice.
to I like to get before I start recording with them, I'll kind of have just a little banter going and I'll ask them if there's things that they really want to dive into or avoid because I don't want to bore them.
Hey Chad,
Eh,
thank you so much for supporting the channel. Welcome to the B Movie Coven. You're now a
Who do we
member.
got? Who do we got
Chad.
here?
Chad
Is that
Shears.
is that Chad
Do you
Schmegma
know him?
Schmegma Shears? You don't know Chad Shears? He's a celebrity.
What?
He's a Crypticon legend.
What?
That's yeah, that's Chad. That's the thumbnail we use for my art. That's
Oh
his
my
art.
gosh, he's the one who did that?
Yeah.
Oh, you are incredibly talented, Chad. That's amazing.
That's and
I
he
love
was
that.
actually
The thumbnail we have was drawn by him. That's
he
incredible.
was he was given the nickname by Dr. Chud from the Misfits.
Dr. Chud.
He's Chad Schmegma Shears. That's his
Chad
nickname now.
Smegma Cheers. So is he a
I'm
Red
gonna
Dwarf fan?
make that stick. Huh?
Is he a Red Dwarf fan or are you a Red Dwarf fan?
I don't know. I just think the word schmegma is
Smegma.
gross and hilarious, and it fits Chad in his art. So it's
I love it. I love it. I liked all the details in that art too, like the little creature from the Black Lagoon and things like that. So the
you
details
use our
were
little
nice. Though you
yeah.
look so despondent. You look so sad in that picture.
Me?
Yeah, in the
On
art
the picture?
picture.
I
Yeah.
don't know. That's probably because that's how I normally look.
That's just your face.
That's just my face.
That's
This
just
is
his
sad.
face.
Just a sad,
But hey,
sorry
welcome,
face.
Chad.
That's why we stay audio. And nobody has to see my sad face.
Nordwar? Who's Nordwar?
One
CryptoCon
guy
says one
we
guy we admire is Nordwar. He researches.
Oh, the interviewer guy. Look him up. He's just like this wacky dude that interviews
Yeah.
bands and stuff. Yeah. He's pretty funny,
Do you
entertaining.
have any advice for when you do have those interviews where they give you just like the short, really like simple answer? Like I know I try you're not supposed to ask yes or no questions, so I avoid that, but even when you do, they where they just don't give you much.
Um, I honestly haven't really had that problem yet,
Yeah.
but I mean, no, I haven't faced that yet.
Well, that's good.
I guess
Ariel has a
I'm
question for
just that
you.
interesting. Okay.
She wants to know, do you ever watch the show on Sci-Fi called Happy?
No.
Well,
There's
there
your
you
one
go.
answer. One word answer. No.
There you go. Yeah, so yeah, I think
Was that whose question did I not answer? You
that's
didn't answer my
Ariel.
question, Steve.
She wanted you answered her question. She wanted to know about the Sci-Fi Channel. But I
Oh,
have
I
kept you. So before I let you go, can you tell us what you're working on the Stephen Crypto show and anything else that you're working on that we can get excited about?
yes. Right now, we are taking a short break, probably through the holidays, because I need to refocus my brain. Um,
You got to
it's a
take care of
lot.
your mental
It's a
health.
lot of work. Yeah. Yep. Basically, that's the thing. Um, but getting ready to come back revitalized and jump right back into it and keep the good guests going and have you guys on our show.
I would love
Uh,
that.
doing uh movie stuff. Doing this has gotten me like little gigs, like voice roles and stuff in films and movies, and hopefully more of that. Um, I just basically just keep having fun with the show and living life. I
That's
don't set
awesome.
big lofty goals or anything. I just try to have fun.
I think that definitely comes across in your show that you guys are
Yeah.
enjoying each other's company, that you're enjoying the conversation. And yeah,
Yep.
it's kind of fun. It's kind of like having being a part of the conversation with you. So I think
It's
it's
because
good.
we love this stuff. We're passionate about it, but we don't, like Crypto said earlier about taking stuff too seriously. We don't do that. It's like you'll see some shows or some podcasts or video shows where they just seem like they're putting on like this a character. They're trying to play a character on their show, and they seem very like pretentious and stuff like that. We don't want to be that. We want to be us. And but we also love to promote and show love to the people that are creating the cool shit that we love, and that's it. And
And I think
that's
there are
pretty
some
much
people
that's
who are
us.
characters like Sunguli and like, Joe Bob and stuff.
Well,
Like,
yeah, but
I guess if you're having fun with
they
you.
are characters, right?
Yeah.
But you just see like the people that feel forced.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure you've seen and heard shows, and they just feel like this is not who you
They have like
are. Don't try to sell me
pretenses.
this stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I get that. And
Just
I
be
think
natural.
for me,
Be
when
you.
I watch YouTube or I listen to podcasts, for me, more so than how polished it is with like, all the bells and whistles, it's more about their personality. If I
Yeah,
enjoy someone's personality, I will watch everything that they do, regardless of podcast or
yep,
channel size or how fancy the equipment is.
yeah, exactly. And that's what it's all about. Like I say, fun. Gotta have fun, or you'll go crazy. Crazier
Next
in
year,
some of our
Steve goal is
cases.
to come to HorrorCon. Yeah, I told him that, dude. I
Well,
did tell
then
him that. And they
I'll
also
I'll
said that
try.
they had a one-word interview type person with I think they said Eric Roberts. He gives one-word
Right.
answers.
First interview we did was Eric Roberts. He gives one-word answers.
How did you guys deal with
That's
that?
because that's because he's so busy making 800 movies a year. Like that guy don't turn down roles. I think he
He
just does
does
everything.
not. He does not. He is in freaking everything. And then
Like
he
we're,
also made
we're
Emma Roberts, so he's just busy making
yeah.
stuff.
Like I'm supposed to be filming some stuff for a movie that he's in.
Yeah?
So yeah, I'm gonna be in a movie with Eric Roberts. That's
Are you serious?
his 50,000th credit. Yeah, I'll send you a
Wow.
link about it later. Yeah,
When's that? When can we expect that, or is that way early
I
in
have no
production?
idea. It's early. They're still in the middle of production,
Crypticon
basically.
Seattle says they're gonna fund you a ticket.
You're
I
gonna
will be
fund me
there,
a ticket.
Crypticon Seattle at HorrorCon.
You gotta
Close
go
one.
fund me a ticket. Well, you go fund me a ticket and a hotel room and something else.
You can hang out with me and Danny.
Lunch. That's okay. That's the selling point right there.
And a lot of cool people there. Bob Foster was there. That's cool.
No, I'm sure I'll enjoy it if I go. It's just, and I really considered it this year, but this October this year was just a whole shit show and bad.
I understand. Yeah, that
Yeah,
definitely
next year.
take care of yourself, get
Oh
rested,
yeah,
and yeah,
that's the
I'm
plan.
excited to see you all rejuvenated. When do you think you'll be back? You said maybe January after
Probably,
the holidays?
probably January. I mean, I might surprise and pop something else in. I do got to sneak in one more episode because we're gonna have Wicker Bear on, and we're gonna talk about his visit out to the Halloween Expo
That's really cool.
because I want to hear about that and
I want him on my show. He's awesome.
get him on your show. He's fun. Like we just do audio, but he'll still come on and have like a cool little background behind him and
So Crypticon says they're gonna get you scones. Dude, you should go. You can hang out with me. There's gonna be
bear
scones.
scones. Are you gonna get scones for all of us?
I don't it's fine. I don't need scones, but
You don't want scones?
I mean, I if there are scones, I will partake in the scones if there's enough for me. But
All
if the
right. So
scones are
what?
the only thing that are getting you there, then I'm gonna save all the scones for you.
No, it's not. It's not the scones. I'll get there eventually. I promise. I
And if you're
promise.
going to a convention that we're going to, a lot of times we get like the ones with like two, queen size beds. So if somebody like comes last minute, they have a place to stay too. So
Right. Okay. I think everybody should just come and crash at Mad Bro's house. I think he
just
lives
like
in
on a
Tacoma.
pile of hamsters, like just a big old
Yeah,
pile of
just
people.
party at Mad Bro's.
Yeah.
There's gonna be scones and the horror addicts and Steven Crypto and more scones.
Yeah. And cow chip cookies. What are cow chip
That
cookies?
that sounds gross. Like cow chips makes me think like poop.
Oh, God. Oh my gosh. When I was a
I could
kid, we would go on like these trips to like the English countryside because where I grew up. And there'd be like dried up cow patties and you just throw them like frisbees. Like children
that's
in the
wow.
in England like don't I don't know. I guess we just don't
I
have as many
I
things
mean
to do.
that's all right. Let's throw
I'm just
cow
saying you don't have to eat
frisbees
them.
at
There
each
are
other.
other purposes for cow pies.
I mean, it probably looks as good as a lot of the English food. So
Dude, English food is amazing. You don't even know what you're
is it?
missing out on. It's
What
amazing.
well, social media makes me think it's
I
gross.
would
But
skip things like spotted dick, but bangers and mash are good. The best fish ever is over there. The best chocolate of
okay,
every country I've ever been to.
yeah,
It's amazing. Take it from a certified Brit here, dude.
okay. If I ever go there, or if I find somewhere local that makes fine British cuisine,
You
I'll
should.
try it.
I make good
I
British
will.
cuisine. Just saying. My mom says my fish
And
and chips is the best. I don't see why she would lie
I
about that. Like, who lies about fish and
chips.
chips?
I
What
used
kind
to
of
really like
monster
fish
lies
and
about fish and
chips.
chips?
I used to really like a good fish and chips. I
She
haven't
also
had
makes
fish and
good
chips in
scones.
years.
I make
And
good fish and
scones.
chips. I
So
do.
then we should just have just a whole freaking potluck at the convention. You bring some fish and chips.
And
Mad Bros bring
scones.
scones. I'll what'll I bring? I'll think of something.
Your bubbly personality.
That's okay. That if that works, I'll buy us some slices of the pickle pizza that they have at the fairgrounds.
That sounds disgusting.
It's
My son
weird, but
would
it's actually
probably
pretty
love it.
good.
He likes to drink the pickle juice out of the jar. He
Yeah,
loves like pickle potato chips.
yeah. Pickles are like, man, the best. I love pickles.
That's crazy. You guys should
Yeah,
make some special Steven Crypto pickles for your merch.
Steven. Crypto- um, maybe,
That
maybe.
would be awesome.
Now I'm
Well,
thinking. Now I'm thinking about the cow poop frisbees though. That would be kind of
I'm just
cool.
saying, don't
The
knock
little
it until you
Steven,
try it, all right? When you're out
little
in a
Steven
field where there's
crypto
nothing to
logo on the.
do, that's not, I
This,
mean, it's better than tipping cows and being mean.
that is
So,
mean,
yeah,
but
exactly. We just played cow pie frisbee and we had a lovely time.
that's it. At the fairgrounds, at at Horicon, we'll just play
See, when you
frisbee,
hang out with me, you're never bored, all right? We find something to
cow
do.
poop frisbee, and scones. Just wash
Exactly,
your
exactly.
hands. Just
I
wash
will
your
wash my
hands.
hands, even.
Uh,
I'll bring some hand sanitizer.
I s- yeah. Maybe you have the scones and stuff first, and
And then we can play some cow pie
then we can play
frisbee.
with the poop. Yes.
Yes.
Then we play with poop. Oh man.
Oh, wow. Well,
All
I
right.
hope you will come back and hang out with me again
Yes.
sometime. You guys can
Absolutely.
find Steve and Crypto in all the places, Spotify, Apple. All of their links are in the doobly-doo down below.
Right
And
down somewhere down there. Like
yes.
yeah.
And until we meet again, blessed be.